This is the Hot Take Podcast. The final score: Wrexham 3, Blyth Spartans 2, in the tie that just keeps on giving. Every time we play Blyth Spartans, it's kind of fantastic, isn't it? What a game, and what a night. A night which ended with, for me, in the press room with a lot of the other members of the press listening to Chester have a penalty shootout against Oldham Athletic to see if we were going to get the first cross-border derby under Rob and Ryan. We didn't. But what a way to end the night. This is what the Cup is all about. A magnificent game at the racecourse with Blyth Spartans absolutely superb, coming back from 3 goals down to give Wrexham a hell of a fright. And then the thought of Wrexham playing Chester, including, here's a historic moment, the Wrexham fans cheering because Chester had gone ahead. That was something. But Chester were denied by a late Mike Fondop equaliser right at the end of extra time, and then they lost on penalties. So Wrexham will face Oldham in the next round. But only just, because Blyth Spartans, wow, gave us a fright. Wrexham picked a strong team. Mullen and Palmer started. First half, wow, it looked like slaughter. Wrexham 2 up after 12 minutes, 3 up after 37. And by the break, you thought it was going to be 6 or 7. The first goal was a lovely goal. Great work by Mullen, bursting in the right channel, pulling the cross in. A brilliant pirouetting back heel by Ollie Palmer. The 150th goal of his career, and a sweet goal at that. And in the 12th minute, Mullen made it 2. Ford sweeping in across. Mullen with a beautiful controlled header. Not powerful, but beautifully placed from 15 yards inside the left post. And Wrexham were 2 goals to the good. In fact, could have been 3 goals to good straight from the kick-off when James Jones tackled the last defender and Mullen was clear on goal. The referee judged it to be a foul. Looked like a borderline decision, to be honest. At this point, Wrexham were on absolutely running riot. Ford was terrific on the right-hand side. Jones was pressing brilliantly on that side of the pitch. The 2 strikers were on fire. Davis started getting more and more conspicuous. Young was snapping into tackles. And poor Blyth were making mistakes, were being hurried in everything they did. And it looked like it was going to be a thrashing. Davis made it 3. A long ball forwards, which Davis flicked on. It hit a defender, dropped down, and Davis reacted superbly well to take it past his man and very calmly roll it into the bottom right corner. 3-0 at half time. The fact that Ventosa had to go off after colliding with Jordan Tunnicliffe, who was making his debut at half time, was a blow, but you would assume that that there was no issue here. There was. Now, whether it's the loss of Tosa's guidance and strength at the back, I don't know. But Blyth came back into the game fantastically. A misplaced pass by Ford, who otherwise was excellent, allowed O'Donnell to drive forwards. JJ O'Donnell, absolutely outstanding, and finished brilliantly from the edge of the box to make it 3-1. There was another chance soon afterwards, a sweeping cross by Richardson. Hickey at the far post probably should have knocked it into an empty net, didn't make a proper contact. And then 4 minutes after the opening goal, it was 3-2. Hayden with a weak header, which was driven into the top right corner emphatically by Richardson. And it was game on. Wrexham was struggling to get hold of the ball. The crowd were getting anxious. When Wrexham did break forwards, it did make chances, to be fair, or half chances at least. Mullen pulled a couple of dangerous balls across the face of goal and didn't quite find somebody. Likewise, Palmer did, and the keeper just about intervened and pushed it clear as Mullen was lurking at the far post. Hosanna came on as a sub and had a good curling effort, but Wrexham had to dig deep. And at the end of 7 minutes of added time, at the end of the match, nearly found themselves going into extra time. A cross by Nicky Devedix. Howard came into the crowd, which was brave. Didn't hold on to it, though. And it dropped kindly for Richardson, who all along the technique of his right foot has been impressive. And he slashed wildly at it and put it well wide. What a let-off for Wrexham. But what a game of football. What a tie. An absolute pleasure to watch, I've got to say, even though Wrexham did have a very ropey second half. We made Anthony Ford man of the match and the commentary team, despite the fact that he did make one costly error. But it was terrific stuff to watch. Woo-wee. We're just a club that keep on giving. Remember, tomorrow will be the Final Whistle podcast, and also Dragonheart will be on Calon FM at 6 o'clock and out as a podcast afterwards. And the highlights will be out as soon as possible. We haven't had the footage yet, but they'll be out as soon as we can manage. But what a game, what excitement. And, well, we're still in the FA Cup. With a final score of Wrexham 3, Blyth Spartans 2, I'm Mark Griffiths from Wrexham AFC. Stop recording.